Hello, and welcome to Book 80. Yes, that's right. Book 80. We're getting there, aren't we? This is on the calculation of Volume 3 by Solvej Balle. Of course, if you are looking back, you may see that Volume 1 was Book 66 and Volume 2 was Book 67. And I came across Book 3 and Book 4 at the bookstore recently, so I now have them, and this is Book 3, Volume 3. Um, okay, so to recap what's going on in these books is this young woman, Tara Salter, who is a dealer in rare books, has been somehow frozen in time in November 18th. And what that means is she wakes up on November 18th and goes to bed on November 18th, and then wakes up again on November 18th and goes to bed again on November 18th, over and over and over again. In fact, this book begins on the 1144th uh, of her November 18th, at least as well as she can count them. And it goes through to 1,892. So this encompasses about, 400? About 700. About 700 days of her life, about 2 years of her time. Um, And in the first one, she was just trying to understand what had happened. In the second one, she had accepted it was going to stay this way, and she had decided to try to make her life as normal as possible by traveling north and south for seasons, so she would have the normal seasons of the year. In this one, she has now met a another person, man named Henry, who is also stuck in this day. Okay, and so she and Henry explore various things going on. They go to different places. They talk about the different experiences, and eventually they come across other people who are also stuck in this day. And again, they talk about various things. And overall, a lot of this is about the point of life, the meaning of life, and whether or not the continuity from day to day is what makes life a life. Uh, they find a way to bring time back into the equation in a way, even though they're stuck in the same day. And so, there is no time in that sense. Each day passes. And since each day passes and they experience each day, Henry has this way of counting 100 days at a time. And by counting 100 days at a time as a unit, that sort of becomes their basic unit of how to count time. 100 days. And they decide, by the end of the book, they decide that this group, a small group of people stuck in November 18th, that they're going to do what they can to prevent tragedy and death and horror on this day. And so they start to research various things that have happened on this day and ways to prevent them. And so that's what this book becomes about: how to make morality local. So they want to be locally moral, even though it may not have any effect on the larger picture of things. In fact, they're pretty sure it won't have a influence in the larger picture of things. The most they're going to do is make November 18th a safer day for more people than it had been before. But each thing you change has potential to change something else. So there's going to be some issues here, I'm sure, as the series progresses. But that's what this book is about. And I don't want to overdo this book. It's very repetitive in the way the first two were. And it's noted that the first three of these, this one, second one, and third one, were bound together as just a masterpiece. And it is very, very interesting material. If you're interested in those kinds of issues of morality and action and how those things combine, how those things matter, if you're concerned about the passage of time and the sense of being, because that's what's happened here. Is she goes back and talks to her husband again, but the distance between him and her has grown so much. But she does what she can to remodel herself as the person she used to be. She gets her hair cut like it had been at that time. She wears clothes like she had at the time, and so she fits back into what he expects to see. We also deal here with what happens if she takes someone with her, and so in each new place that they wind up, she has to reintroduce what's going on to them. And so there's shades of what is that Adam Sandler movie, 51st Dates here, where every day she has to retell this person what's going on. Um, and so, there's also that sense of why you lose things. If you remember in the first two books, she dealt with the fact that sometimes things would not stay with her and that she had to put them in her own bed a lot of times and sleep with them for them to stay with her. And after she did that 2 or 3 days, they would usually stay. Well, other people have different experiences. Some people have experiences where things stay uh, more easily. Others have experiences where things stay less readily. They also are concerned about their depletion of the world, and so they start to eat relative garbage, which they eat food that has been thrown away or is going to be thrown away, so that they're not taking any food that will appear on the normal November 19th for other people. And so again, there's a way in which that models what Janes do, having that least impact on the world. And that's kind of where this is seeming to go towards that, what kind of impact do we have on the world and how can we deal with that impact? Um, Interesting, fascinating book. I'm looking forward to volume four. Um, where I have a feeling that things will begin to become a little bit clearer because I think it's an overall a 7 book series. So by book four, it's going to have to go somewhere interesting, I suspect. Um, and right here on the back, it says Book 1 to 3 won the Nordic Council Literature Prize, and Book 1 was shortlisted for the International Booker Prize. So, yeah, very interesting book. I definitely highly recommend these. They're short, they're easy to read, and they're fun.